Hi, I'm Avi Solomon. This is the PPC podcast where we discuss almost everything Amazon or e-commerce related. One of the things I see almost on a daily basis is how AI is going to change everything, and AI is destroying the way Amazon was. And if you don't keep up with it, and if you don't spend $10,000 on my AI course, you're going to lose your business. It is true that AI is changing the way things are done. It is true that more and more Amazon customers are using Rufus to make purchasing decisions. But at the heart, very little has changed. A lot of customers are still purchasing based off of price and based off of reviews. And they don't read the reviews. They just simply look at, does it have a 4.5 and what's the price? So the fundamentals have not changed. The fact that people buy emotionally and justify it with logic afterwards has not changed that much. Yes, Rufus has changed it a little bit. There are still customers that will start to use Rufus to ask a question. But as the overall, I don't think Amazon, I think last time I looked, 79% of Amazon customers. Now, I realize 21% is a large number in itself for Amazon customers, but 79% of Amazon customers do not use Rufus. Again, that number, I haven't looked at it in a while, so it may have changed. So AI is changing how things are done. One of the greatest ways that AI is changing things, Chinese sellers, it used to be very easy to find an item that was sold by a Chinese seller. It had misspelling words, it had bad grammar. A lot of times it had cheap images, not all the time. But today with AI, Chinese sellers are able to make perfect grammatical listings, very good titles. The English is perfect. They're leveraging AI to make their listing just as sellable as an American could have done 5 years ago. And so you have to keep up with that. You have to make sure that your listings are optimized and using ChatGPT, using Claude. Sometimes asking Claude what it thinks of ChatGPT and vice versa. Yeah, so AI does change the game, but not in the fundamentals. The fundamentals so far are more or less remaining the same. Now, again, the fact that today you can generate images, beautiful images with AI, is a game changer. And if you don't keep up with that, you're going to fall behind because people buy with emotion and they justify it with logic afterwards. So the AI has changed the game, but it's not nearly as scary as the people who are trying to scare you into buying their course on AI or using their software. Today with ChatGPT, you can generate the most beautiful images with Nano Banana Pro. You don't need to buy all these courses and all these webinars on AI, and yet people do it left and right because they're being bullied or made afraid that they're going to lose their Amazon business if they don't. You do need to keep up with AI, but you don't have to do the crazy investments. I think the biggest lie that people were sold was that now Amazon is crawling the Facebook and other market and social media. So now you have to buy social media products and expand into social media to make sure that all of that's perfect because that's going to affect the A10 algorithm. That myth has been disproven. Amazon is not using that as a huge as a huge factor to decide where you're going to come up in the A10 algorithm. That may change one day, and maybe they will go that route, but it hasn't happened yet. And there's a lot of other myths out there. The fundamentals of selling on Amazon have not changed. What AI helps a lot of people do today is keep up with them, mainly through image content creation and a better title and better bullet points and being able to optimize the back end, the generic keywords, all of that can be done much simpler and much quicker with AI. But these are not things you have to invest thousands of dollars in. These are things that if you have, every client I work with, I use AI to optimize all of these things. Any of your agencies should do the same. You don't have to buy Joe Schmo's $10,000 course or $10,000 webinar on keeping up with AI. The fundamentals of selling on Amazon have not changed.